In Star Wars, the lightsaber is one of the most recognizable and iconic symbols of any franchise. It was Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber that made Darth Vader look the way he does. It was the legacy of Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber that helped propel his son Luke Skywalker into his own journey to avenge his father's death, until Luke found out that Vader was once Anakin Skywalker. Then, it was about redemption of his father. It was Anakin's lightsaber that helped Rey decide to join the Resistance and be the hero of the new stories. Lightsabers have played a crucial role throughout Star Wars. However, there was one lightsaber that has become and continues to be the pivotal piece of an entire culture. But this lightsaber is different than any other we had seen previously. This lightsaber is the Darksaber. And this is my review of the Legacy Darksaber sold at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida, today on Star Wars Fanatic. While you're here, go on and hit the subscribe button and join the growing army of Star Wars fanatics, and turn on notifications to be alerted when I release new Star Wars content. Now, let's jump right in. The Darksaber was a lightsaber created by the only Mandalorian to have been accepted into the ranks of the Jedi Order, Tar Vizsla. This ancient weapon was then handed over to the Jedi Order when Tar Vizsla decided to lead the Mandalorian people to unity and prosperity. He then left the Jedi Order to fulfill his true purpose, using his Force sensitivity for the betterment of his people. The Jedi then locked his lightsaber away in their archives on Coruscant. The Darksaber, with its black and crackling white energy and unique hilt, resembled a katana from our own world. But the weapon was too alluring to other members of Tar Vizsla's forthcoming bloodline. A member of Clan Vizsla broke into the Jedi archives and stole the Darksaber. It was then used as a symbol of Clan Vizsla's leadership throughout the clan's history. It was passed down from generation to generation until we finally see it show up in the hands of Pre Vizsla, the leader of the terrorist organization called Death Watch. Pre Vizsla then loses in single combat to the former Sith Lord Maul, and the saber is taken by Maul as a symbol of total Mandalorian leadership. The saber changes hands a few more times, and the last we see it, it is in the hands of the hero of the Mandalorian series, Din Djarin. This Darksaber has now become divisive among the Mandalorians, with the threat of splitting the almost extinct culture into warring factions yet again. Okay, so now that you've heard a synopsis of the history of the Darksaber, the product development team at Lucasfilm and Walt Disney has created a few versions of this weapon for fans and non-fans alike to enjoy. First is the toy version, then the Black Series version, and finally the Legacy version that is only sold in Galaxy's Edge and the Walt Disney theme parks. Unless you want to pay inflated prices for this item on eBay or Amazon, that is. But I suggest going to the only place you can get one firsthand, Dok-Ondar's Den of Antiquities. That's right, this is the only store that sells them right out. And you better act fast because they sell out quickly. Why do I suggest going there to get it when it will cost thousands for the trip and you can get it for just hundreds online? What kind of price can you put on buying a Star Wars weapon in a place that totally immerses you in the Star Wars universe? Not to mention all the attractions Galaxy's Edge has to offer. The first day I was in Galaxy's Edge, I made my appointment in the virtual queue for Dok-Ondar's. When I got in, I was disappointed to find out they had sold out of the Darksaber. No worries, I had a backup. I really liked Rey's yellow lightsaber design, as it was original, and decided to purchase that one. But they only had one of that one left as well, so I got lucky on that. On my last day at Disney World, my wife suggested we try again. I told her I'd spent too much money as it is, and she was persistent. So I went back to Dok-Ondar's. The closer I got, the more I saw people walking around Galaxy's Edge carrying the unmistakable case to the legendary blade. We went into this shop, and there it was. I was again disappointed that it was within my grasp but couldn't justify the money to buy a second lightsaber. They told me in the shop they had just got them in that morning. That added more to my frustration. My wife then said, "Your birthday is next month. I'll pay for it. She truly is wonderful, and you should have seen me geeking out, but I did swear to her I would ask for nothing else from her. So now I am going to go off script and show you the Darksaber I purchased. But as a heads up, I have already had it out of the box and played with it a few times. So, with no further ado, here's the Galaxy's Edge Legacy Darksaber. Alright, so you can see there's a difference in the cases. This is Rey's Legacy lightsaber case. See, it's all plastic. There's the Rebel symbol or Resistance symbol on the front. And this is the Darksaber case. Much bigger. It's not made of plastic. It's made of a cardboard, but it's not made to be a display case. But I do like the design on it. I like that they have the Clan Vizsla symbol here, or Death Watch if you prefer. But when you open it up, like I said, I already took the stand out, which goes in these slots here. And inside this is foam, whereas inside of Rey's lightsaber is a cloth with an insert for fitting the saber blade, or saber hilt. So, like I said, the Darksaber comes with a stand, so you don't really need all the fancy gimmicks and stuff like that in it. Now when you pull out the hilt, I was surprised that it's really light. The hilt is very, very, very light. Lighter than Rey's lightsaber by far. And it comes with this little cap, if you can see it inside here. If you want to display it, it stands up like so on the display stand. And if you want to insert the blade, you pull out this little cap here, set it inside, and now I'm sure you're asking where's the blade, but I'm sure you've seen 100 reviews on this product. So you lift up the first foam, and beneath it is the blade. A little tricky getting it out because it goes up under the side foam pieces. Now I'll set the case aside, and this is the blade. Doesn't look like much when you just pull it out of the box. It does have a finer edge on it here. Both sides are the same, but I'll discuss my problems with the blade here in just a little bit. Overall, I do like it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not judging this thing as a bad piece at all. But to insert the blade, you line up, see how the angle goes here? It goes down, you line it up with the angle there. When you insert it, it makes that sound. Pretty cool, huh? Still light, still very, very light. I'm no swordsman or anything, so I couldn't even pretend to be able to use a lightsaber the way that they do in movies and stuff like that. Not even a modern, our own world blade. I'm not a swordsman, sorry. But right here is the button to turn said blade on. Yeah, I like the way it looks in the camera there. It looks pretty good. But see, you can hear it has the sounds. It sounds like a Darksaber. Put the handle a little closer so you can hear it. And I will shut off this light here to show you just what it looks like a little bit. As you can see by the reflection on me, it does flash a little bit. It does have a little bit of crackling. I wish it did have a little bit of crackling going through the black part of the blade, but it does not. But this is accurate. I mean, I don't know how much more accurate they could have made it. I mean, LED lights probably don't have the technology to make the crackling, but I'm sure folks could modify it the way they want. Excellent blade. This is my favorite thing that I got at Galaxy's Edge, and I spent a lot of money there. I went with the full intention of spending a lot of money there. I know my wife doesn't like that idea, but I did it, and I got things that I really wanted, things I only sell at Galaxy's Edge. Then when you retract the blade, I'll hit the light again. Makes that cool sound. If you want to hear it up close. And power up one more time. And shut down again. Alright, so that is the Legacy lightsaber, the Darksaber, sold only at Galaxy's Edge in Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities. Yes, you can buy them online for an elevated price if you don't want to pay the money to go to Disney World, Disneyland, or any of the overseas Disneys. But I suggest going there to get it. And there's a reason for that. It's because I can buy things online all day long. I could have bought this online without going to Disney, but I would have missed all of the experience. And I would have hated that. I would have hated missing that experience. But give me just a moment here. I'll switch back off of the webcam and go back to it. Like I said, the case is larger than the other Legacy lightsabers. This is because this is the only saber that comes with the blade. So you don't have a choice in the length of the blade you get. It is also the only saber that comes with a display stand. I believe this is because the other cases are decorative as displays on their own. I kept the hilt to raise saber in the case with the case lid open, so that is the display. With this one you get a stand. There are only a couple things that could be improved on the saber, such as the width of the black section and crackling lines in the blade. But I didn't see this as a very hard thing to modify on your own if you wanted to. For now, I'll leave it the way it is. Overall, I'm very pleased with this product, and I am forever in debt to my wife for this. The price point is a bit different than other sabers as well. I got Rey's saber for around $225, including the blade, and I think my son paid about the same for Count Dooku's saber and blade. Whereas the Darksaber was $200 complete, and it includes a display stand. At Doc Ondar's, there are a host of products you can purchase to further any collector's obsession. In the shop, I also purchased a Sith holocron and red kyber crystal to insert into it. But I will do another video on that piece at another time. Also, look for other videos I will do on Galaxy's Edge, including the Rise of the Resistance ride, custom droid building, and a review of Oga's Cantina. I hope you enjoyed my review of the Darksaber, and if you get the chance to go to Disney World and get one, do it. It's well worth it for the experience, and you get to take home a piece of Mandalorian history. So what's your favorite lightsaber? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't done so yet, slap that subscribe button like an unruly Jawa that has stolen your armor, and turn on notifications to stay up to date on all my Star Wars releases. Thank you for watching, and remember, this is the way. The only way.